Thank you for tuning in to Capital Jazz TV. I'm your host, Jodine Dorsey. We are on the 15th annual SuperCruise presented by Capital Jazz, and I am sitting next to the legend, Miss Shirley Jones from the Jones Girls. How are
I
you?
am fine, having a ball.
Oh my
Absolute ball.
gosh, this is your first ever SuperCruise.
Yes, it
You've done
is.
all the other
And hopefully
ones.
not my
Oh,
last.
that's
Yeah.
you better believe that,
Yeah, I've
not your
done all
last.
the other different cruises, but
Right.
this one so far is the best.
Oh,
Love it.
nice. Are you
Yes.
enjoying yourself? Are you relaxing and taking it easy?
Absolutely relaxing. Something I
Good.
haven't done
Mm,
in maybe since the pandemic. Once it lifted, I was working a
that's
whole
right.
lot and had a whole different things happen,
That's right.
losing a couple of people through
Mm,
COVID and all of that. So
mm.
I'm enjoying this.
It
And
was such a challenging time. You know, we were scared. We didn't know what was going to happen with live events. We didn't know what was going to happen to live music. We thought it was 2 weeks. It became a couple years. Like,
exactly
it was a scary
a
moment.
scary moment.
I remember wanting to go see you in Atlanta before we all got shut down
Yes.
over at the
At
venue at St.
St.
James.
James Live,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes, yes. And I missed you there, but I'm so glad I got to see you here.
Well, you'll get to see me here Wednesday night too. Yes.
Yes. So you have been touring, you have been working, you are keeping the spirit of the Jones Girls alive. How's that experience going for you?
That's my mission.
Mm-hmm.
I became, when Mary J. Blige in 2017 had me on Essence
Mm-hmm.
because we were one of her favorite groups.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 months before that Essence performance, Brenda was tragically killed.
Mm.
And I went on and did the performance and became more determined than ever to keep the legacy of the Jones Girls alive
That's right.
because I miss my sisters, but I got three background singers
Yeah.
that will, Wednesday night, if you close your eyes, it sounds just like the Jones Girls and
That's
gives
right.
me the opportunity to do my thing and take people down memory lane
Ah,
with that beautiful music we recorded.
why is it so important to you as a Jones? Why is it so important for you to keep the spirit alive?
Because, music today is it's beautiful, it's
Don't get us wrong.
creative,
Right, right, right.
but to me, the strings and the horns and the harmonies and the hard work that went into those beautiful
That Philly
songs,
soul, come
that
on now.
Philly
That Philly
soul
soul, Katie
sound,
Campbell.
I don't think it'll ever be duplicated. And
Right.
it's something that I must
Mm-hmm.
continue. And that's my mission. I already know that that's my mission.
Mm-hmm.
And Wednesday night, I plan to do all of those Jones Girl songs. Nights Over Egypt, Who Can I
Yes.
Run To?
Yes.
I Just Love the Man. You Gonna Make Me Love Somebody Else. We doing the whole thing.
Does it still surprise you? Do you still like feel the butterflies in your stomach when you see that audience singing back to you the
Oh,
words that you've written?
absolutely. And the thing is that I tell my audiences all the time,
Mm-hmm.
when my purpose in life is to see those smiles and for those minutes that I'm on stage, take
Mm-hmm.
them away from any trials and tribulations they may have,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also my therapy. It keeps me, it
Mm.
helps me because
Mm-hmm.
having lost both of my sisters,
Come on
both of
now.
my business partners,
Come on.
it's a thing. But
Yeah.
I promised my sisters that I will keep the name
That's beautiful.
alive
That's
as long as
beautiful.
I'm alive.
That's beautiful. And that you are doing. If you don't know, she is still putting out music. You are still touring. You are working with other folks and
Yes,
collaborating. It's
yes.
just beautiful to see it. And I'm so glad that you do it. Another thing that's important to you and passionate about you, I stalk her Instagram account. And you were talking about your son, who's
Yes.
also
Yes.
songwriter himself, producer himself, working in the music industry.
Yes, he and my son and Valerie's son,
Mm-hmm.
Jones Connection, spelled phonetically KENEKSHUN.
Mm-hmm.
Google them. They are up and coming. They did 6 of our songs,
Wow.
hip hop style.
Yeah.
And it's all on Spotify and everything. So definitely check them out.
Nice.
And in addition to him, he's my natural child.
Mm-hmm.
In 2007,
Mm-hmm.
the Jones Girls' personal assistant and my best friend passed away from a botched lap band surgery.
Right.
And she gave me, she had adopted 2 kids. And I They were my godchildren, so I've raised them too. So now I'm a grandmother of 3.5
Oh my gosh.
grandkids. Cam's got a baby on the way and a daughter, and then my adopted
Woo!
daughter has 2 kids. So my life is full and it's beautiful
So
with
rich.
kids. Yes, it
So
is.
rich.
Yes.
You adopted, and adoption is something that and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't hear that a lot from black women, from black families. We hear the adopt because you just adopt, but not like officially adopting kids.
Yes. So, it's to me blood. We're all blood,
That's right.
and these children, because she had adopted them, they would have taken them. The state
Yeah.
of Georgia would have taken them back,
That's right.
and they were my godkids. There was no way I was going to let that happen. They'll go back into the system.
Yeah.
And they were 11 and 14 at the time, and now they're 27 and 30.
Mhm.
So they my babies. We may not have the same blood, but we have the same spirit, and we are family.
Do you recommend that, or is that something that women that should more black women should explore?
Absolutely, because we have to. If you are blessed and you want to share those blessings, we've got to raise these babies. We can't. We have to take them. It's not about. They don't necessarily have to be blood, but we have to raise our babies.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm so glad you shared that with me, because I was so curious when you told me you adopted.
Oh yes.
Yeah, yeah. So I know we've got to wrap it up in a little bit, but first and foremost, what's next for you?
After this, I'm doing I'm in D.C. with Melba Moore, Jean Carn.
Melba.
Yes.
I met Melba through it's so crazy. I met her through Club Quarantine.
Oh yeah.
And we've been
yes.
Yes.
And we're doing February 26th. We're in Bethesda, Maryland. Then I'm going to Australia, going back to England. I travel a lot around the world as well as the States.
Because soul music internationally?
Oh my God, it is huge.
That audience?
It is huge. Yes.
Yeah.
And I do that. I have a new single out, Soul Steppin', that's all over the internet and on Music Choice. So I'm working. Hey, I promised my sisters, I promised the Lord and my mom, I'm going to keep that Jones Girls legacy alive, because the music from the 80s was too beautiful to just let people forget about it. And it stands right up there next to the 90s, the 2000s. It has transcended 4 generations now, and I am proud to keep it going.
Let me tell you something. When you can go to a party full of 30s and 20-year-olds and Nights Over Egypt drops, and the 20s are singing along like that song just came out yesterday, you know your work is being done.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you know your work is being done.
I'm so blessed every time I hear it, every time somebody 20 or 21 hit me up and say, I just found out about the Jones Girls. Nights Over Egypt is my favorite song. I'm like, thank you, God, and thank you to my sisters and Dexter Wanzel and Cynthia for writing such a beautiful song for us to put our stamp on it. It's a blessing.
That's right. We could follow you on IG.
Yes, Shirley Jones of the Jones Girls, and Facebook and Twitter, Jones Girl Shirley.
Everywhere. Just
yes.
Just do the
Hit me
Google.
up.
Google her.
Yes.
Google her. And you'll just find out this rich history of the Jones Girls. And we are so proud and honored to have you on this ship.
Well, I am so honored, and I'm looking forward to rocking this boat Wednesday night.
We gonna rock the boat. We are gonna rock this boat.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in to Capital Jazz TV. Thank you so much for being with us, Miss Shirley.
Thank
it's
you.
so good to see you. I'm your host, Jodine Dorsey. Thanks for tuning in.